everyone, here with me Runi. I am a student of Universitas Teknokrat Indonesia, and this is video I will discuss a material about input and output device. Let's see this video. Number 1. Definition of input and output device. Starting from the definition of computer input device first, in short, a computer input device is an input unit or input device. But if you want to elaborate further, then the computer input device is an input device. This is on the computer unit with the way it works in the form of giving commands directly to produce digital information to the user. In another sense, it is explained that the meaning of computer input device is a device that can be used to give commands or data directly to the computer to be processed and then issue with the final result in the form of useful information for user. Meanwhile, the computer output device itself is the opposite, namely the output unit. The point is that the device will display the result of data processing or commands that have been carried out by the CPU. In another sense, it is stated that the definition of a computer output device is a computer device that is useful for conveying information to computer users, where the information that will be conveyed to the user is taken by the input device or output or input unit and has been translated by the technology in the computer itself. Therefore, user can understand the data easily. In addition, computer output device can also be interpreted as devices used to display the output of a process that has been carried out by a computer. Computer input and output device function. Talking about the function of computer input and output device, of course this refers to the definition of input and output device mentioned earlier. However, if it is to be explained independently, computer input device have a function to provide input or commands to the computer processor and memory to display the data needed by the user. However, computer unit device also function to enter data for outside the system into memory and processor, and then the data is processed so that it becomes the information needed and is easily understood by the user. The data entered can consist of two forms, namely signal input and maintenance input. For this signal input is the data entered is in the system, while maintenance input is the program used to process the data that has been entered earlier. So to be clear, the input device, besides function to give commands and enter data, can also function to enter programs. As for the function of the computer output device, as explained in the definition above, it is to display various data desired by the user and which has been processed by the processor. So, the computer output device here plays more of a role in presenting information to the user because of this vital function, both computer input device and computer output device cannot be separated. That's the information about definition of computer input and output device. Example and function. You can also look for other information related to computer input and output device to increase knowledge. Example of computer input device. After understanding what a computer input device actually is, we can continue by looking for example. These examples are quite numerous and must be adjusted to the category, starting from input device, namely number 1, keyboard, number 2, mouse, number 3, barcode scanner, number 4, joystick, and number 5, microphone. Examples of computer output device. After understanding what a computer output device actually is, we can continue by looking for examples. These examples are quite numerous and must be adjusted to the category. Starting from output device, namely number 1, monitor, number 2, speaker, number 3, headphone, number 4, printer, and number 5, plotter. That's all material about input and output device. Thanks for watching and bye bye!